This is VIX OC for Ninjatrader 8. OC means on close instead of entering on the close though. The rules are based on the close, but we don't get in until the next session. So you see the red bar. This indicates a session change at 1700 and then at 18:15, 6:15 Eastern Standard Time, the new session starts. It actually starts at 6, but the timestamp is 6:15 p.m. since it is Eastern Standard Time. And so if you're on Central Time, this would be 5:15. So it will take a trade at the open of the new session, so it's not in a position over the weekend or during this 1 hour close session. It can be in a trade from 3:15 to 3:30 when the stock index futures are closed, and so that is the only time period for which it is in during a closed session. The exit time could be adjusted so that you are not in during that time period as well. So this is the most recent trade. It is a loss, and we look at the long-term performance of this though, and we don't base our trading decisions on the last trade or two. And so you see $175 average trade profit, which is it's a very large average trade profit from what we would consider a day trade. It's not technically a day trade from 8:30 to 3:15, but since it's not holding overnight per se, it's not holding past the session close or over the weekend. It's a pseudo day trade, I guess you could say, and so that's a very large average trade profit. We strive for at least 50 before slippage and commission. $100 is really good in the 8:30 to 3:15 time frame, and 175 is large. This is tested back to 2007, and you see the worst case drawdown is 6,087.50. That's normal for an E-mini S&P trading system. 39,562.50. Only 226 trades. We trade this in the portfolios. We group strategies. We group low frequency strategies together. And so this can be traded individually, but it is recommended to trade in a portfolio. Here is the equity curve. You can see the results here, and the results back to 2007, where the worst case drawdown is right here. And so the most recent couple of trades are losses, and so it can be a good time to start trading a strategy after a cyclical period of losses. As you see, timing a strategy as far as getting in and getting out and then getting back in is more tricky, but starting a strategy after a couple of losses or a small drawdown can be a good approach. Let's look at the summary once again, and once again, this is VIX OC. I'm going to go over the data and input settings for this strategy as well. There is the trade from 2 trades ago, and we'll keep going back so you can see some of the winning trades as well. The strategies I develop have winning trades and losing trades. Not all trades are winners. There are losses, and there is risk involved in futures trading. Here are some trades as well. You see these trades, and we'll go back. We went back too fast. Here's some other trades, and so that's a sample of some of the trades. And the data series, this right-click data series, ES03-21, 15-minute bars, going back to 1/1/2007, 2/11/2021. And we just use the instrument settings. We're doing the 24-hour session. And these right here, you could put candlesticks on there if you want. From chart style down, it is up to you. It's a matter of personal preference. And for automation, this is for backtesting. For automation, you don't need this much data. You just need to show a few days really. And in general, it's good to probably show, I like to show 2 or 3 months. But this is the data settings for backtesting, and keep in mind you can narrow that for real-time trading. If you have a lot of strategies, you don't want to have a long history on a long list of strategies, as it can really it can eat up the resources on your computer. So we have multiple strategy trading, so we reduce these usually to about 3 to 7 months, or even shorter in some cases. So that's the data settings. Let's go over the input settings. Right click, strategies, and you'll see the strategy here. A lot of strategies that I have on the left. We're going to focus now on the inputs. It's harder to see when it's enabled, so I'm going to disable it. I'm going to click on this check mark and say apply. And so you can, okay, it exits at 1645. The market closes 1700. So at the open of the 1700 bar is when this strategy exits, when there's 15 minutes left. So if the time is 1645, there's 15 minutes left in session. It exits at the open of the last 15-minute bar. And there's a $1,000 stop loss, $1,000 profit target. One contract is a one contract trade. If you use the monthly loss limit, make sure you go back more than a month so it can calculate how much what the loss is on that month. So we're not using that by default, and so if you don't use that by default, you can go back a few days. But if you use the monthly loss limit, make sure that you have a month's worth of data on your history. We use the VIX. We use it's using a day, 1 day symbol, and you can cancel and replace profit target to the market after 3 seconds if it's not filled. That's what I prefer to do. You can uncheck that and hold for it to trade through and make sure you're filled. And so these are the standard input settings. You simply select enabled and you select apply, and you'll see the strategy once again show up. So once again, here's the strategy. You can check the strategy performance summary once again. Right click historical, and there we go. This was developed in Q4 of 2020.